All right, what's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book entitled "Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father." Amazon Kindle Create Space. Um, Malcolm or Elijah, as in Malcolm X or Elijah Muhammad. Which one are you being? Are you or trying to be? Um, I'm using it as an example to say Malcolm X is always considered as one of the major black leaders by us in history that we gravitate to more than Elijah Muhammad. And I think one of the reasons is because Malcolm X was um, reformed to righteous. And that's part of what he represents. And he walked that path of righteousness when he was on it. And Elijah, at a point, represents somebody who's righteous up front, but ratchet behind closed doors. Maybe that's too far. I don't know, but someone who behind closed doors did some things that over time became questionable. So the thing about it is, which one are you? I'm speaking to us men in general, because you can't be both. Like me and my homeboy was talking about this yesterday, where, like I said, I was born in New Orleans. And there's some stand-up dudes in New Orleans. There's some stand-up dudes in Chicago, on the west side where I grew up. There's some stand-up dudes in the DMV. Some stand-up dudes in Louisiana, and there's some stand-up dudes where I'm at now, in Houston. But the one thing I can't rock with is the guys who don't know who they are. You can't be Malcolm X in the morning and Elijah Muhammad in the afternoon. You got to be you the whole time. If you are a person in evolution and you've evolved to a righteous person, you can't be righteous at one minute and then totally regressive at another, and say both are okay, because nobody know you, like you're on the fence. You're not picking a side in a biblical sense. You're on God's side when it's convenient to your stance or your feelings, and you're on the devil's side when it's convenient to your stance or your feelings. So that's a problem. And I see this all the time because, I was laughing last night. We was talking about, I said, if the black community had a vote for president, and you could put Tavis Smiley against Snoop, I would say Snoop will win. Why am I saying that? Or better yet, Colin Kaepernick versus Snoop. Because they have this synonymous thing with him doing a protest this year, and Snoop saying he should just pick a side. He can't be a revolutionary and an athlete. And it comes from a guy who pretty much has been on every side of the fence. He's been a gangster, he's been a peacemaker, he's been a pimp, he's been a family man, he's been a porn creator, he's been an advocate for love. Like, you look at he works with he's working with the police, taking photo ops as a vato, which I didn't understand, but he says Kanye West is crazy while he's dressed like Marvin Gaye's daddy. I was like, a person like Snoop will win, because he can change so much that he can get all of the people who feel like they on bullshit, but they can connect with somebody than a person like Colin Kaepernick, who might just be straightforward the whole time. You can't see yourself in that, because at a particular point, that's what Malcolm was, straightforward all the time. No, this is what it is, and you're not going to act like it's not. That's what it is. But more so the Elijah complex is, this is God's word, but I did this, but I am just a man. I make mistakes. Okay, well, you can't be a righteous man and make mistakes 7 days a week, 365 days a year. That means you're not righteous. You can't claim righteousness and have wretched actions. You have no sense of self-restraint, no sense of sacrifice. And I was talking about this with black people dealing with white people. I was like, white people never said, in my opinion, they never said that they weren't ratchet ass people as individuals. They give you ideologies, the ideology of freedom and justice and equality for all. But as people, they don't act like that. They give you the ideology of Christianity and religion, but as people, they don't act like that. They give you the ideology of a civilized civilization, when as people they're uncivilized and and have a devolved aspect of civilization. So but we gravitate to the idea that a piece of shit can be good one time, instead of but we're not down for the person who's consistently good all the time. And I said this before, that's the thing about Jesus, or the Jesus story. You killed the dude that was good to everybody, but the Bible's full of people who live that was pieces of shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's the way society works. So the question is, which one are you gonna be? Because you can't be both. And in my opinion, if you try to be both, you full of shit. Because you're an opportunist. And opportunists can never be righteous. I'm out.